Hello there and welcome to my channel. Today I'm showing you how I painted this beautiful flower bouquet. It was actually inspired by a bouquet that I got as a present, and I think it was one of the most beautiful bouquets I've not even received but I have seen in my life. There were so many different types of flowers. I really felt like I was discovering a new one every time I was looking in the bouquet, and I didn't know the names of most of them, and I still don't. But they're just so beautiful, and I took many pictures of them. And so I decided to make this small sketch and play around with the watercolors and see what comes out of it. As you can see, I'm starting to sketch right with my Fineliner. I didn't do any pencil sketch in advance, and this is actually something what I do quite often. I'm just grabbing a pen and just trying to draw what I see, and awkwardly enough, it feels quite freeing to me, because I feel like when you're working with a pencil first, you're just really thinking a lot about the detail, about every tiny little thing, and then you erase a lot, and then you do this, and then you do that, and then you get this mud and it still doesn't look the way you want. So you just keep trying to make it perfect, and then maybe if you're lucky enough it happens. But somehow for me the best way is actually sometimes just to grab a pen and not think too much about, okay, how is it gonna end up looking, but just do it. And sometimes it turns quite okay. Like, I think this time it worked out fine for me, though I do think that I a little bit messed up the composition, because I wanted to make one of those three flowers as a center, but then I added another one, and then I figured out that I have this empty spot in my painting, so I added this other flower right there in the corner. But it doesn't matter. I think it all worked out in the end, and it was nice to look at. I would also like to talk a little bit about the paper that I'm using. It is called Hahnemühle Expression. I hope I pronounced it correctly. I didn't buy a sketchbook because I wasn't sure how it would perform for me, though I did hear really many positive reviews from other YouTubers and artists, and I was very curious about it. So I bought several sheets of this paper just to try it out, and the size was 50 by 65 centimeters, and the price is approximately comparable to the Fabriano Artistico Traditional. So I was wondering if this could be some kind of alternative to my beloved Arches paper, which is crazy expensive and which I do buy from time to time, but to be honest, I rarely use it just because it's so precious, and I don't want to mess it up, because I feel so bad if I start a painting with a great idea and then it just doesn't work out. So I thought, okay, let's give a go to this paper, and I must say it's not the same as Arches, and it's not the same as Fabriano. When you look at the sheet, you can feel the difference. It's just different. It's hard to explain, but you can find similarities between Arches and Fabriano, but Hahnemühle Expression, it's different. It's definitely from another family of watercolor paper. So to be honest, I was slightly disappointed when I saw the paper, and I expected it to buckle and just not be nice to paint on at all, and I was so wrong. I must say I got really surprised. The paper is just beautiful. It is very different from Arches, it is very different from Fabriano, but it is such a pleasure to paint on. As you see, the paint just spreads without any problem. It didn't buckle pretty much whatsoever. It remained straight, and when I was done with the painting, even though I didn't have the patience till it was completely dry, it still straightened out. It's just amazing, and it's kind of sturdy, so it keeps the shape. So beautiful paper. I'm very happy about it, and even though I'm not considering buying a sketchbook, simply because sketchbooks that Hahnemühle is selling, the hardcover sketchbook, and I'm not very big fan of them. I prefer softcover sketchbooks for whatever reason. It's just more comfortable for me to work on them. But I'm definitely gonna get more paper because it's a great quality. The price is more or less affordable, and then I don't feel guilty for painting in it, and just I can cut to any size I want. So I'm very happy about it. I would also like to mention that I layered many times in some areas of this painting, just going over again and again, and sometimes also how much water I used on the paper was not equal, it was not the same, but I was having fun, so I didn't really care. Just worked. I wasn't getting any blooms or anything everything ended up looking exactly the way I wanted it to look. And I think this is one of the most important qualities of the paper, that it can help you turn what you see in your mind, your vision of a painting, into reality. In other words, if you're considering to get Hahnemühle paper, I would highly recommend it. I haven't tried other types of this paper though, so Expression is the only one that I'm familiar with, and this paper is great. So go ahead and give it a go. Maybe do the same way the way I did and just buy a single sheet and just to try it out, to get a feel of it, and then decide if you would like to buy the whole sketchbook or to buy more. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, just the way I was. And now back to the painting, but everything is pretty much very self-explanatory here, so I'll just turn some music up and let you enjoy it. some final touches here and there, and we are done. This is the final painting. I really hope you have enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. And if you liked it, please subscribe.